to Republican Ohio Congressman Mike Turner, who likes what he is seeing but wants to see more. Congressman, what do you make of what you're seeing thus far, and whether it takes the burden off the president to do something?
Well, it doesn't take the burden off the president. This administration does need to act. But at the same time, I do think that you are absolutely right, Neil, that the pressure needs to be placed on Russia economically. They are a energy export-depending economy. I think one step that we can do is to open up our export of liquefied natural gas. It would have a huge impact on the price point that Russia enjoys in their almost monopoly dominance of Europe. I have a bill for a couple of years that would have expanded gas exports to NATO. We're going to be dropping a bill today that would expand it even further. The United States needs to take this step, enter into the international market, and economically impact Russia.
Well, at the very least, we should, re-examine our opposition to fracking in some states, because that's just more energy for us and more energy that we can export elsewhere. You're right about that, all energy sources. But, Congressman, the one thing I'm curious about is it's precisely that energy dependence that has Vladimir Putin thinking the Europeans might huff and puff, but they're not going to do anything because they need a lot of that energy coming via Russia and, of course, Ukraine. So don't mess things up.
Well, it's certainly an issue, and certainly, but Russia has used this before as a weapon and as a tool in their, geopolitical pressure on their neighbors. But certainly, economically, by the fact that they have been an area that has been more open, they are, as you just described, being economically impacted by some very old Russia-style territorial grab. This president, though, needs to step it up. He has shown weakness, and now he has seen that in that weakness, Russia will be adventuresome.
Yeah, but even if Russia is adventuresome, right, Congressman, and they start feeling the pain of their own stupidity or bullying, maybe that is what gives them pause in the future. And tyrants who might think about doing tyrant stuff themselves.
Absolutely. I think economically that's where they need to feel this pressure and they need to be hit. But this president also needs to look inward to what, he needs to, stop the sequester on the Department of Defense, make certain he strengthens his ties with NATO, walk away from his opposition for NATO enlargement. There are a number of countries, Montenegro, Georgia, who've been looking to the United States for leadership. We need to make sure we engage with those allies at the same time that we see this economic pressure making a difference on Russian policy.
Well, you were way ahead of this energy thing and the need for us to just tap everything and exploit the advantages we have here. So my hat's off to you on this one. But thank you again. Good having you.
Thank you.
Well, advantage us.